Good Thursday afternoon, everybody. I'm meteorologist Tim Pandajis, and before we start talking about that incoming very strong cold front that's going to shift our pattern all over the place, let's look at where we've been this December, because it has been a record-breaking historical month so far, and it will likely end up as the warmest on record. So far at Bush Airport, we've tied or broken 6 record highs. Now, keep in mind, the average high from the 1st through the 31st is only in the 60s, and we've spent over half the month with afternoon highs in the 80s. Only one day in the 50s, and where we should be in the 60s, 6 of those days. So it's been well above average. In fact, we're sitting right now at the #1 spot, the warmest December on record. And look at second place. There's a 3-degree spread there. That is not small. That is a huge gap, and just goes to show you how warm it has been so far. Now, we've been breaking records left and right. It's been kind of an ongoing thing so far this month, and yesterday we did it again. At Bush, we hit 84, blew the old record out of the water from 1984. That was 81 degrees, and I think we're going to do more of this. So far, here's the count of broken or tied records. Galveston leading the bunch, 14 of them. This is just record highs, not even taking into account the record high overnight lows, because it stays warm even overnight. Houston, Hobby, and Bush, 12 and 6 in College Station, tying or breaking 4. I think more records are at risk for today. Bush, Hobby, Galveston, going to break records standing since the 1970s, and Galveston likely breaking the record set just last year. Record-challenging warmth goes right into New Year's Day, too. At Bush, the forecast high is 84, the record 81, so we'll likely see the warmest New Year's Day on record. After that, temperatures go right off a cliff thanks to an incoming cold front, and this one means business. In fact, the strongest cold front we've dealt with so far this season. A 40-degree temperature drop expected, so highs on Saturday, mid-80s, highs Sunday afternoon, mid-40s. It's going to be a shock to the system out there. On top of all that, when the front drops through, it's going to shift our winds out of the north. Those winds will be strong, gusts up to 35, 40 miles an hour. And when you've got air temperatures around freezing, that means wind chills in the teens and 20s. If you're not a fan of this weather, I don't think many people are, but it's only for a little while. It's short-lived, as the jet stream will retreat back north and allow warmer, milder air to build back in. The next 3 days, wrapping up 2021, we are warm and near record levels, in fact, record-breaking most days. Even New Year's Day looking like the warmest on record. Then we go off that cliff, 44 on Sunday, and then slowly we start to recover those temperatures and getting into the 70s by the middle of next week. So where's the cold air right now? It's well to the north, places you'd expect to see it. What's going to happen here is we'll get a dip in the jet stream that for the longest time, for the last month, has been bottling up that cold air to the north. We get a little bit of a break, allowing that cold air to escape south, this dip in the jet stream here. And notice as we go past this weekend, the jet stream retreats back north. We see a little bit of some weak ridging developing, and that'll allow temperatures to return back above average. Here's how it looks as that front drives through Texas as we head into Saturday afternoon, in a very early Sunday morning. Behind it, that push of very cold air under a northerly wind that'll get quite strong. I want to show you what it looks like here locally on Future Track, because the front itself will move through likely dry. I've got about a 20-30% chance of maybe an isolated shower storm along the front. Better chances really out ahead of it, as we have our winds out of the south to southeast coming onshore off the Gulf of Mexico. A warm, more humid flow, so a little bit easier to flare up an isolated shower or storm. Here we are, 6 a.m. Saturday. Very warm, very breezy, in the mid-80s by the afternoon. And here we are, 5 p.m. There's the cold front and the shift in the winds out of the north behind it that'll get quite gusty in early Sunday. By the time you wake up Sunday, these are the temperatures we'll be looking at. We're likely getting up to around freezing territory up to the north, even some upper 20s. So pets, bring them inside. Vulnerable vegetation, cover them up or bring them inside if you can. And if you have any exposed pipes, you may want to insulate those too before that front comes on through. Let's talk winds now. So here we are Saturday afternoon, quite gusty out of the south to southeast. So it'll be a warm, breezy day ahead of the front. Winds shift Saturday night into early Sunday morning, 20, 25, 30, and then by Sunday morning, before the sun comes up, we've got gusts near 40 miles an hour. So when you factor that into air temperatures, this is what it's going to be feeling like. 3:30 in the morning on Sunday, it's already feeling like it's in the upper teens and low 20s. Time the sun comes up on Sunday morning, still in the 20s, upper teens, and through much of the day, it's going to stay brisk and feel like it's in the 30s. Another cold night's in store for Monday morning. 20s and 30s out there, so another night we'll likely see a freeze developing across a good chunk of the area. As of right now, any alerts for very cold temperatures comes to the north, our northern cities and counties for Saturday night into Sunday morning. Expect this to be expanded and kept on for another night in early Monday as well. Your 7-day forecast, there's that trend upwards after we dip to 44 for Sunday afternoon. Cold start on Monday, likely right around freezing again, but notice the warm-up. 65 on Tuesday, 76 by Wednesday. So the cold won't be around for very long, which is some good news.